You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.
Welcome to Oversaturated, the podcast where we discuss music, movies, pop culture, and everything in between. I'm Johnnie.
No, bro.
Welcome to episode number 145.
145, man. The sergeant of the segue again, man.
Yeah, man. What's new listeners? Please follow us on all social media. Facebook, just search Oversaturated the podcast. Twitter is Oversat Podcast. Instagram is Oversat the podcast, and our email is oversatpodcast@gmail.com. And please be sure to check out our website, oversatthepod.com. Anything you need to know about OS is there.
Yes, sir. And if you want to follow us individually, I'm the Mind of Ralph on Instagram and Twitter.
On Twitter, I'm JON 2_ the letter B. On Instagram, I'm JBS_ESL_AAMU. Holla at us.
Hey, man. Before we get into, how we've been doing, man, we got a special guest in the building, man. We got recording artist, BoDean. Say what's up to the people, brother.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
Man, we're so glad you could join us today for the foolery that is Oversaturated the podcast.
Pretty much.
we gonna get into it. We gonna get into it, man. It's been a minute since we had a guest on the show, but
right.
Especially since we had a pandemic, we like to ask our guests, like, how are you doing mentally, just with everything that's going on in the world?
Shoot, man. Honestly, I think when the pandemic first started, man, that was some of the best times for me as a creative and an educator. Also, I'm a high school teacher. So, we had to do, just the Zoom meetings. So I could get the kids their homework. And then on my other computer, I'm working on music or other things that I got going on. So it was lovely to me. I kind of wish we had another one so we can go back to it.
Lowest the keys. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I agree. Hey, I gotta agree.
With everything going on, you would kind of appreciate the solitude that quarantine brings. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of reflection that goes into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially with how high gas is right now. Man, I would rather be at the
y'all
house.
Y'all got diesel? Does your car take diesel or just regular?
Not just regular, but even that. 87 is still a toll.
Man, what?
Point, like,
yeah, bro.
It was 429 at Quick Trip the other day. That's crazy.
And then I live on the Illinois side, so it's damn near 5.
It's even more, yeah.
It's damn near 5.
That's insane.
But yeah, I mean, man, the pandemic was, it was what it was. People just had to make the best out of that situation. I know that's easier said than done when some people got, kids and jobs and everything, but it was a good time to really just reflect. And, if you had the job, where you could, like with teachers, it was easier for us to, get our work done and things. Only problem was with the kids. When we got back to school, it was like we had to reteach them, the fundamentals, because they weren't doing classes. When the pandemic first started, like March 2020 to the end of that school year, we was just informed to just update, the class with one assignment each week. And then like maybe that Friday, kids will meet us on like a Google Meet or like a Zoom. But how many kids is going to, meet you on a Google Meet if it's not mandatory?
Right.
So like when we got back, to school, we had to, it was kind of like a virtual / in school.
Like
so I was teaching hybrid thing. So I was teaching kids in class. But at the same time, I had, kids on the Promethean board, talking to them too. So, and then, kids would be on their phones or playing the game. You couldn't really see them because they, they made it to where, they don't have to put on a screen and all of that, man. So
all kind of tricks.
Yeah, bro. Crazy.
That's crazy, man. Well, I'm glad you were able to keep your creative juices going during the pandemic, and hopefully the students are like back acclimated to being in school. So yeah, I'm glad all that's going on. Ralph, what's good with you, man? How's your week? How was your week?
Personally, I'm over here suffering from a bad hangover, but hey, man, the pod don't stop for nobody, baby, not even me. So I'm here, man. But no, man, me and the wife went out last night celebrating a friend's birthday. So, we had a great time. So but my week was great. I'm okay. It's just, another week down. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
What about you, bro?
I mean, same, honestly. Like work is getting even crazier. Like, I started the new job back in December, and every month is like it's like new task, which is cool. Like I'm leaning into the type of work that I'm doing, which is different from what I was doing before. But I did not anticipate it being as busy as it is now. Then on top of that, I got all my tenant stuff. So just keeping busy.
Yeah.
So yeah,
busy is always good, man. Keeping busy.
Definitely, because I don't mind, man. I sit and think about like crazy things, so I gotta keep myself busy.
So what we doing? Off the dome?
Off the dome. Let's do it. You want me to take it?
Yeah. Well, let me explain to Bo. I'm not sure. Off the dome is pretty much like we have off the dome questions. Like I ask people questions. Like you got to think of the best answer you can right there on the spot. Mm-hmm. So just kind of like a cool icebreaker, pretty much.
Okay, for sure.
You got it?
Yep, I got it. Right. So mine is real simple.
Okay.
Right off the bat. One gotta go. And all of their music that they've ever created.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Drake or J. Cole?
J. Cole. Sorry, J. Cole.
Off the bat. He ain't even pause or nothing.
Hey, man. and this is coming from a J. Cole stan. I would say J. Cole, too. Man. Cole is my man.
That's his man.
My man's. But if you talking about
Jermaine?
Aubrey gives you too many gives you too many bops and too many lanes. Like, that's bops, the other thing. That's not even like a bias. It's just like I can get more out of.
You get more out of his discography and all that.
Yeah.
I like J. Cole. I appreciate what he does for the culture. Like I had made a post like the other day, like Drake, Cole, and Kendrick are like the three-headed monster. Yeah. Whatever one lacks, the other one, does extremely well. But when it just comes to just music that I can vibe to, like on all type of occasions, Drake trumps Cole. But when it comes to like as far as like just rapping, I got Cole over Drake, but Drake can rap though. Like catch me sleeping, Drake rapping abilities. Yeah, but I think 100%. Cole is, a better rapper. But just as far as making songs, like Drake, trumps him.
Yeah. That's funny. We was just talking about that last week.
Pretty much.
and we pretty much said the same thing. Like I was saying, out of those three, because those are like the three, mega stars in hip hop. But Cole is the rapper. Drake is the pop star, and then Kendrick is like the artist when it comes to those three. So that's how they're able to coexist at the top at the same time, because they all do different things, Exactly. So that's dope. Well, I'm going, and this is probably my bias, but I'm going with J. Cole. Like I understand and I appreciate all the hits and the bops and all that, but I personally could do without him. So I'm going J. Cole. I'm going J. Cole.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, and Cole, like his like discography, like back in the day, was dope too. Yeah. And Drake, like old Drake, comeback season Drake and shit like that. Like Drake be going, man.
They just involved into something else. It's not like necessarily a bad thing. It's just kind of like where their music is now.
Right.
Yeah. But off the dome for me, real simple question. Like it depends on what's going on with me and what time of day you can ask me this, and it may change. But like, what is your like guilty pleasure film? Like you just watch it. It's the premise is dumb. It doesn't have to really lack, it lacks, what you think of like a great movie should have. But it's just, I love it. I don't have to think. It's a film. And I'll give you my answer. Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. I know that's wild, right? I love that damn film. Like I was like, why is the president hunting vampires with an axe? Like it is crazy. And his best friend was black, and it's like, and then the slaves, like the Confederate soldiers, was actually vampires. Like it's crazy. It's wild. It's a wild movie.
That sounds wild.
It is. It really is.
Man, I'm gonna give you one even worse than that, bro. That damn John Henry movie with Terry Crews and Ludacris on a Netflix. That's a guilty pleasure, bro.
It's
That's
a guilty
the most
pleasure.
dumbest movie ever.
Okay, I got one, and I can almost guarantee neither one of y'all have seen or heard of this.
Oh shit!
But it's a movie called Idiocracy.
Idiocracy. No, I haven't heard that.
Okay, so what's my Minnie Riperton's daughter? She was on SNL. Maya Rudolph.
Oh, okay.
Maya Rudolph, she stars in it. Then there's another guy, I can't think of his name, but and Terry Crews is actually in this as well. But the premise of the movie is this guy, like, I think he gets frozen and then he wakes up in the future where humanity has just become complete idiots. They can't grow food because they have like some type of energy drink that they use instead of water to try to grow plants, and like everybody is just like literally dumb. And Terry Crews is the president, but the guy that wakes up in the future, like, he wasn't like the smartest man in the world, but I mean, he knew that in order to grow crops and stuff, you needed to use water. So he took his basic knowledge of human life to actually help the civilization better in the help them more in the future. So it's the movie is dumb as hell. Like they went to the movies to watch a naked ass fart for like 40 minutes. Like that's how dumb these people like. It's insane. The movie is insane, but it's funny though. It's
is it on Netflix or Amazon?
That's actually a good question. I may have it on DVD. I may or may not. I ain't
DVD.
Yeah,
that's a wild statement.
Yeah, I'm saying that's how old it is, right? But I'm not sure if it's on any. I'm sure it's like somewhere, but I'm not sure which streaming service is on. But yeah, if you bored and you got nothing to do, hour and a half, check it out.
I'm gonna check it out, bro.
Idiocracy. Yeah, that shit crazy. But that's off the dome, man. Let us know. One gotta go, either Drake or J. Cole.
Yeah, and then what's your guilty pleasure film? Please let us know. OS Gang, what's happening, man? We go get into just some talk, man. We got, man, BoDean here. We go chop it up with him. We definitely go get into, his accolades and what he has going. Like, I kind of shortchanged him on the interview, man. All around creative, man. Teacher, like all kind of stuff, man. But he out here, man. But it's like we kind of had a feel of who you are as a person, and it's like I think he really enjoys MCU, DC, that type of stuff the way that we do.
Oh yeah.
So we got to get into what you think about at least the last kind of slate of films that came out. Like, I'm not sure, have you seen the new Batman film or Doctor Strange or any of that?
All of them. But I think the only one that I didn't watch was Morbius. I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah.
But
we didn't either. Yeah. we like the critics trashed it so much. I was like, man, I don't even think I want to waste a $5 Tuesday on this. Like they said it was horrible. Like I'm good.
$5 Tuesday to watch movies. Where?
Oh, at Wierenberg, right? No, Marcus.
It's not AMC.
Oh, I thought talking about Ronnie's.
Yeah, Ronnie's. Yeah, $5 Tuesday, my boy. Ronnie's. Like I'm getting up all the like.
that's the shit. That's usually when he goes sees movies, unless it's like a major release like the Doctor Strange and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You know what? I got to go back and watch the last Doctor Strange. I fell asleep a lot during that movie. And I heard that, a lot of stuff that they talked about and mentioned is important to the Marvel Universe story. And that's going to bring, different characters and all type of stuff in there. So I got to watch that one again. But the Batman movie, though, I really enjoyed that one. I think as far as like the Batman character, like dude nailed it. Like far as facial expressions and how he looked and like all that, he nailed that one greatly.
I agree. And Robert Pattinson, he's good at brooding. Like he's a really, really good Batman.
Emo.
Yeah, there you go. And even really good Batman, but I really don't think he would be a good Bruce Wayne. I don't know if you noticed, but we didn't really see him in that movie much as Bruce Wayne. So for Batman 2, whenever that comes out, like I hope he develops the character of Bruce Wayne better. So I mean we'll see, but I agree with you. I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was good.
Yeah, and the fact that I was able to stay up for 3 hours and not, lose focus or anything like that, that must spoke volume. It
Did you
spoke
see?
volume.
Did you see it in the afternoon or at night?
I saw it at nighttime,
You
bro.
did? Oh
I saw it
wow.
at nighttime. Like
You're a real
late,
one.
late. Yeah.
You're a real one.
For real. It's no way. Like even at home, it's no way I'm watching that movie after the sun sets. I can't. Like I would literally fall asleep. Because of how long it is.
And then there's no sunlight in the film. There's no brightness. There's nothing. It's dark the whole time.
Dark
It
hues.
was the whole damn time. Yeah, it was a good movie though.
Yeah. How do you feel about phase 4 of the MCU as a whole? Like, do you watch the Disney Plus shows as well, like the Moon Knights, the Lokis, all that type of stuff?
I was talking to my friend actually before I got here, and we was talking about like me getting hip to phase 4, like the Disney shows and everything, and like how that relates to the movies and stuff. So I have to get caught up on all those Loki, WandaVision,
Yeah,
Falcon, all that. Yeah, are they pretty dope?
Oh, let me hear Ralph's answer.
If we're talking about overall as a phase, I think that they're trying to do a lot with the least characters, right? And I feel that they want to introduce so much to make phase 5 bigger. This, I'm gonna be honest, phase 4 is not really that good. Overall, like the movies, the TV shows, everything's just okay. Like, okay. Like, think about these films. We got Shang-Chi, it was all right. Like the best thing we got is Spider-Man. The only reason it was great is because everybody mixed, those 3 characters in from those 3 different universes. Okay, Doctor Strange, all right. Black Widow, all right. Like nothing is really like a top tier film or a top tier even Disney Plus show. Like, they're entertaining. All this stuff is entertaining. Don't get it twisted. But if we're talking about comparing to what Marvel has been doing to what they're doing now, it's all over the place.
Are they trying to make it more kid friendly? Is that the right?
No, they're actually trying to make it more adult, like a more adult laced content. Like, you have like Moon Knight. He suffers from multiple personalities and things like that. And then you kind of get like these horror elements with Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. So they're trying to incorporate new things, and you see it, but sometimes I think the overall product does lack. And I think I'm seeing it more and more now, because we already knew MCU had this formula that they never really strayed from, but it was still good. Now it's kind of like, y'all forcing it, my boy. Like this is coming from just a movie fan. Like I never really delved into the comics in that way. So all I know is just films. And then if I'm going off films, like, it's very formula, it has a formula that they really don't deviate from too much.
Yeah.
Damn. One thing I didn't like about Doctor Strange, like the whole like when I was up and watching it, it was just a whole bunch of witchcraft and demons and all.
and that's the thing, right? I think the film focused on a character who was the villain, but her like, you had to see WandaVision in order to really understand what was going on in Doctor Strange. That can be a good or a bad thing, right? Like, to a casual movie fan, I don't really feel like I need to go watch this season of a show for me to understand this film. But then again, that's what the MCU is doing. Like, heavily leaning on content that's produced solely for Disney Plus. Then it goes directly into the film. That's great for continuity purposes, but still, you want to get $1 billion? All right, you need. I'm just saying, like, you want casual fans to go see this. They don't have to read. They shouldn't have to read a book or go to like watch shows. That's just my opinion, though.
That's for the die-hard fans.
Yeah, that's for die-hard fans. Die-hard fans don't really spend $1 billion.
Die-hard fan over there.
That's true. So yeah, I mean, yeah. When you lay it out like that, because everything Ralph said is true. Like, it seems like, as on top of introducing new characters, they're also introducing new like new magic, new gods,
Elements,
like all types of new elements outside of just introducing new characters as well, which to the people who aren't diehard fans, like all of that stuff can be confusing. So it's like, okay, now that the Infinity Saga is over, now we got to make sure that we keep people captivated, right? In which what I think they're leading up to is like the Secret Wars, where heroes from different universes are going to collide and like fight each other. So I think that's what they're building up to now. But right now they're just trying to lay the groundwork. But like Ralph said, it's so many new elements and it's so fast paced, including the Disney Plus shows as well. It's just a lot of content to like take in, you know. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. I enjoy it though, but for the average consumer, it's just
man, we
overload.
Right, exactly. We gonna get in and out of these topics, right? Because like we did talk about Batman, but we got to talk about this project, Bruce versus Bane, part 2. Okay. Like, hey man. Yeah. Like we like, you know, when your manager reached out to him, shout out to bro, I forgot his name, but he when I started going through the catalog, and I was very intrigued by that, just being the DC, you know, DCEU comic book, you know, movie guy. I was like, oh, let's click into this. And then I know T-Dub from Battle Rap. So I was just like, okay, let's see how this goes. And you guys play very well off of each other. You guys are like,
appreciate
low key, y'all could be a group. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, I'd be a nice rap duo. You know what I'm saying? Because the beats, the production, like the concept, like Champagne Diaries, I believe.
Showers.
Diaries. Oh, Diaries.
No, it's all good. But no, yeah, that's one of them ones. Yeah. That's one of them ones.
That's my favorite record on there. Champagne Shower and Supplier. That's my favorites.
How did you and T-Dub-O like connect to make this project? Because it seems like, at least from listening to Bruce versus Bane 2 versus listening to The Relic that you put out, it seems like the styles between you and T-Dub-O are slightly different. So how did you guys connect and come together? Because the project came out great.
So this is actually the second one. So we did Bruce versus Bane 1 like years ago. I met T-Dub-O I want to say maybe 2013, 2012, like when he was on the battle rap scene. I always been a big fan of like the battle rap culture here. And around that time, you know, Averb and Holla, Ill, like they were like already on Smack, so they weren't doing too many battles here no more. So O was looking for like a new wave of, you know what I'm saying, spitters. And that's when the B Magics and the T-Dub-O started surfacing. I was like, damn, this dude nice. He got a nice wordplay, real intelligent, you know what I'm saying? And he cold. So I went to a battle that he did. He battled one of my homeboys at the time. And I just was like, hey, I'm a fan, you know what I'm saying? We exchanged numbers. I was like, you know, if you need help with anything for music wise or, you know, talk, you know, you hit me up. So we had linked up and we just started building a, you know what I'm saying, building a rapport. And it just started turning to music. I put him on my November 3 tape, and then, you know, I think his lady at the time was like, you know, y'all should do, you know what I'm saying, a project, you know what I'm saying? I think she came up with the idea low key about Bruce versus Bane. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you like, you know, Bo, you're more of a Bruce character and Dub more like Bane. And then we just ran off that. So like the first Bruce versus Bane was pretty dope. We had Crocodile on there, Freeway, Project Pat, a whole bunch of STL dope producers and artists. And so this second one, that's been long overdue. So I'm at to shoot y'all the link to the first one so y'all can see like the progression from that one.
Yeah, because I didn't see that on stream. I was like, hey, I was low key looking for it too. I was just like,
and you know, me and Dub are very competitive when like we're in the studio together. So like you gonna get, you know what I'm saying, bar fest or trying to out rap each other, out style each other and all that. So it's always fun to work with him because we always trying to, you know what I'm saying, better each other for the better though.
Right, of course. And it's crazy that, you know, you and Dub actually collabed on that when virtually you were still coming up, virtually where you probably didn't have a buzz that matched his. So
Oh no,
like,
no, I did. Like,
oh, you did? Okay.
so
like even back then, like I was just trying to make sure I was clear.
yeah,
Okay.
So like before then,
Mhm.
like I had already won like local awards.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I had done like singles, radio,
Mm.
all of that. But Dub just on the battle rap scene, Dub was that new dude coming
Yeah.
up. He and his like buzz musically was very big too. He had like 50,000 downloads on that Piff off one project.
Okay.
So battle rap really helped push his music, you know what I'm saying, buzz, up a lot. Cause not too many battle rappers make, enjoyable music, to just play back to back. But Dub was one of them.
Yeah.
So I had a nice buzz.
Okay.
So like when we did it, the first one, it was a pretty big deal for the city.
Okay. Yeah, it's and the reason I was even bringing that, like even making light of that, it was just because I know how sometimes it can get very clicky, and then like Dub may not even want to mess with you. So how it's just like, how do you see like the STL underground scene or the mainstream scene just coming up? Because sometimes it's like we could work better together rather than you trying to be over here, you know, whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Man, it's really about people just getting out of their comfort zones, getting out their egos, and like work with people. I don't got no problem working with anybody. Like if I have a relationship with you and I know that you put out good music or you got a good work ethic, we can work. If I'm not familiar with you, my time is money. So, you put up a little fee. But, after that though, if I see that you serious and everything, you ain't got to worry about that no more. You know what I'm saying? But it's been a lot of times where I've done free verses for people, all that, and have never done nothing with none of the music, and then now as you keep progressing in your career, doing certain things, collabs or placements and all that, like your time is money. So I don't bust heads, but I do want to be, paid for my time because you're using it to, get, more notoriety for whatever you're trying to do.
Of course. Yeah.
But I'm always for working with artists, helping artists. Like that's why I did my platform, the STL versus everybody. That's my way of like shedding light for like the entertainment scene or just entrepreneurs here in general, just doing dope shit. Like that's my way of giving back and bringing awareness to what they doing, stuff like that.
I love it, man. St. Louis has always had a dope hip hop scene, and I mean, even through the pandemic, it's continued. Are there any, I guess, current or up and coming St. Louis artists that you've seen that's on your radar that you would want to work with?
Nando, STL. I told him that he's the hottest, right now. You know what I'm saying? Okay. He's the hottest cat to me. Who else? Shay Sanchez, pretty dope. Okay. Lydia Caesar's pretty dope. She's a singer. Brenna, she's a part of my group Black Voodoo, but as far as like a person to watch out for, you know what I'm saying? That's what we need to watch out for. She can sing, she can rap, she played 13 instruments. Oh man, all that stuff. You know what I mean? So she's one of them ones. Yeah, that's what's up. But yeah, man, like them probably some of the ones that I always got my eye on because that's the ones that I always see that's doing something out here. But yeah, man, if like somebody's dope, like I'm always down to work.
I'm gonna give you one. Our guy John Pate. We had him on Oversaturated. I want to say October-ish of last year. He dropped his EP Separation Season back in February. So if he's not on your radar, definitely check him out. Also, you say what?
Sidebar.
Yeah.
Okay, bet. I haven't heard the album, but I'm gonna check him out though.
Okay.
Let me see. Separation.
Yeah, Separation Season. SZN. Yeah.
And then who else?
I've been hearing about KV the writer. I've heard a few. Yeah, I've heard a few singles of hers. And she's really dope too. She does a lot of dope shows. Like she put on shows herself. She had one at the Dark Room in Grandale Square, which was pretty dope. I saw videos from that. So that's somebody else I'm keeping an eye on as well.
Yeah. KV's she be out here, man.
Yeah.
She's very creative with putting events together. You know how J. Cole did the like those Dreamville sessions?
Yeah.
Where he invited a whole bunch of artists and producers, you know what I'm saying, to work on the tape. She did something like that this past fall.
Yeah.
And she just invited all the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I remember seeing the promos for that. Yeah.
Shout out to KV.
That was dope.
Definitely shout out to KV. I think she's a Slumfest Award winner just like yourself. Like, how do you feel like being, acknowledged by the Stl Hip Hop community when, you win awards like that? Like, how does that make you feel as an artist?
It's dope, man. It just lets me know that like my hard work is not being unnoticed.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a great feeling. It's always a good feeling to be acknowledged by your peers. But even if I don't win, which I haven't won one in years, but I'm still acknowledged and respected by what I'm saying, the rap and entertainment community. Yeah. So it's always good to be in that what I'm saying, nomination bracket.
Yeah, that's how we feel, because we were nominated for Best Podcast Show. What was that? 2020?
Was it 20?
Yeah, it was
like
right.
It was 20.
Yeah,
right before
the pandemic started. Yeah. So
so because I'm the one that presented that award, me and Haku.
Okay.
So yeah, okay. So y'all was at the Atomic Cowboy.
There. Yeah,
we was at Atomic Cowboy.
We was there. Yeah.
Look,
small city.
Right,
small city. Shout out to Polite Coolery because they did win. Shout out to them.
Shout out to my guys.
Yeah, man. So speaking of podcasts, talk to us about your podcast, STL versus everybody.
You gotta
say that. Talk to us about the premise, the types of guests you have, things like that.
So STL versus everybody pretty much just sheds light on people from St. Louis that's doing dope things in the city. It doesn't necessarily have to be like music related. You could be an entrepreneur, you could be in politics, you could be a dope ass athlete. Like whatever, and it's just a platform to help expose you and shed light on things that you got going on.
Yeah.
I personally believe that STL has the best talent in the world with like everything, like Walt Disney, like Walt Disney's from St. Louis. A lot of people didn't even know that. You know what I'm saying? So the whole Marvel universe, Mickey Mouse,
you're welcome.
Right?
You're welcome. Like say you're welcome.
Like we got like our artists. You know what I'm saying? If people are really in tune to the St. Louis scene musically, we can compete with what I'm saying, the top dogs. You know what I'm saying? Lyrically, records. I think it's just the lack of research that we have. Yeah, we got dope fighters. You know what I'm saying? We just code and everything. Twitter, like y'all be tweeting all the people.
You're welcome. Like
you're welcome. That's us.
That's all I keep saying.
That's us, man. So we like do so many dope things for the world that people just don't know about. We just be under the radar, but we got the best city in the world. Chinese, like the Asian food. You know what I'm saying?
Talk that talk.
Listen,
we got
it. Nobody's Chinese food is fooling with St. Louis Chinese food. I'm just saying that for all the oversaturated listeners. Like it's hands down nobody.
Let's get into right. It's better than exactly. Let's get into. I like what you did there when you just said that STL can compete on the national stage with most cities that are musically inclined. Why do you feel that St. Louis isn't like back in that mainstream light like it was in the early 2000s? Because the talent is clearly here where we can probably not probably, but where like Memphis seems like it's just so hot. Detroit, Chicago, I don't have to go to coastal cities, but I'm just talking about the Midwest Southern places.
I would have to say, man, just resources. Like we can't walk out the house and go to Atlantic Records or Capitol and stuff like that, or so I think that's why like a lot of artists are moving to different cities, Atlanta, Chicago, Cali, so they can, be in those settings with people who can really put them on. But man, like the industry is always looking for the STL artists. Or I'm always hearing about STL artists being signed to, labels or under somebody's management and things like that. So it's really about who you know, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like who you know, and what rooms you able to get in, and all them, and go from there.
Yeah, that's pretty much how the game goes, which is fortunate and unfortunate, if that makes sense. Like, it's fortunate for those that can be in those spaces and make things happen for themselves. But there's a talented person that doesn't have, like you said, the resources to actually make those moves for themselves. Like sometimes your music just has to be so undeniable to where they come to you, which is very rare that happens. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like your song has to be a complete smash. Like, they'll come get you then.
It's about relationships, man. Because I know I didn't heard cats that got on. I'll be like, man, how did he get? It'd be relationships, man. Like back in the early 2000s, I don't know if y'all used to watch the Smack DVDs and like all that, but or like just following like the early 2000s like rap scene, like with like New York, like a lot of them dudes.
Trash.
Trash. Even though, you know what I'm saying, just getting put on them mixtapes, the K Slaves, the DJ Clues, DJ Who Kids and everything. Just like they had them platforms in St. Louis, but to have those platforms, we don't got DJs really that, embrace that mixtape scene, or we need more media outlets. That we need people like y'all. We need people like me. You know what I'm saying? Like all these media platforms, and we need that to help bring more exposure to, our artists and like stuff like that. So that's one thing that we got to work on, man. Like people in media are important. Like people should be sharing and promoting. Like when they're on your show, they should be promoting like they on Hot 97 or any other public. I mean, like we have to make our media platforms big. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So with newer artists coming out today, do you think it's easier for artists to get on today versus, let's just say, pre-streaming era? Do you think it's easier for them now?
It's an even playing field, because now they got you got everything at your disposal. It's the internet, so you can go viral. You know what I'm saying? If your stuff click. I tell my students all the time, like the high school students, I said, man, y'all, like you can do it. Like you can go viral, or you can get a nice fan base, because that's all y'all be on is y'all phones. Once your classmates and stuff find out that you can rap and you tight, they gonna promote it to everybody. It's students who post pictures of them just looking up at the sky and get 1,000 likes. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy, right?
I like post a video of me spitting my heart out, you know what I'm saying, and get, 100.
Right.
Man, what's going on here, man?
Right. The kids got it easy on Instagram. I promise you, man. They do.
Like, really, man, like the young kids, man, like they got it. I tell like my kids all the time, like, man, like if there's something you want to do, man, like use your school and your peers for your advantage, because you can, you know what I'm saying, make something happen. We didn't have that when we was growing up. Like I had to sell
not like that.
You know what I'm saying? The internet, like that. So like they got it good.
Right. They don't know the pain of burning CDs and passing. Like, you don't know about that.
Man.
I remember when I was in my I'm trying to rap stage, we didn't have like all the Pro Tools, all that stuff wasn't easily accessible. I had to burn beats to a CD. I had to play it through the CD player, and then it was the voice recorder on the computer. They came on the computer, so I'm rapping over the instrumentals through the microphone in the computer. Like they don't know that struggle.
He used that Gateway 2000.
Facts. You hear me?
Gateway 2000.
The first two mixtapes that I did in high school was recorded on those reels. So you had to make sure that you did it right. You know what I'm saying? You had to do it all over. You know, so
That's
yeah, like they got it made now. Yeah, bro. You can do it on your straight phone.
you could
All that.
you could record an entire song on your phone, beating everything. Like that's insane.
And upload it right there. Right. Like get it straight out to the people. That's the beautiful thing about technology, man. But like I want to get into your creative process. Like how does BoDean come up with a verse, a song, a concept? Like where do you draw your inspiration from, man?
I draw it from my life. Whatever the beat sound like, if like the beat sound like a heartwarming, like a heart touching song, you know, I'll pull from that. It's like really about the beat, man. Like whatever the beat feels like, then I'll start getting ideas of what to talk about. Like with Dub or something, if it's like a collaborative, you know what I'm saying, record, just that competitiveness is, you know, bringing out, you know, creative things to like say. So it varies, man. It's like some records where it takes me a long time to like finish the song because I gotta pull from, you know, life experiences or certain things. And other records where I can just write it right on the spot, you know, be braggadocious or spit bars and stuff. So it all varies.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. Okay, so I was reading through your bio on your website, and it said the first rap album you ever bought was Big Willie Style.
Yeah, the first one I bought with my own money, man, was Big Willie Style. It was Big Willie Style and Silk the Shocker, Mr. May, man, 1999.
You gotta love the range.
Yeah.
So
Silk the Shocker was mumble rap before mumble rap became cool.
I disagree. And the reason, okay, can I get into it? The reason I say that, right, is because it sounds like Silk the Shocker raps off beat, right? But I think when he does, like, so correct me if I'm wrong. When you lay a verse, you rap it once, but then you like rap over it again, right?
Oh, like stabs.
Yeah.
Doubles. Yeah.
So it sounded like he rapped the verse once on beat, but for some reason the double is like staggered a little bit. Does that make sense?
I can see that. Yep, that makes sense.
Now, see, that's me though. I don't think he rapping off beat. I just think it's staggered. That's all. It's a little staggered. That's it. And maybe that was intentional. I assume that was intentional because every verse is
I would hope so, because every album
every verse is like that.
Silk became a legend because of that. Like that's the only reason. Right? Like he had to distinguish the fact that he wasn't Master P's, just his little brother. Like we just got to do something now, baby. Like
that's what I'm saying.
Sell these records, baby.
Right. So what was the song or album or artist that actually got you into rapping that you heard and said, you know what, I want to do this. This is something I could do.
Probably say Crisscross.
Okay.
Yeah, like they were young kids rapping. Really just rapping in general. I was like I was always intrigued about how like artists was able to put words together and made them rhyme and sound cool.
Yeah.
Like stuff that I was feeling like, dang, let me try that. So I just started, like, that was my way to express myself. You know what I'm saying? I have a notebook and write, and I kept on doing it to realize that I was actually good at it. And that was just like a passion that I, you know, developed into, you know what I'm saying, something that I still do to this day.
Yeah. Now with you and your music, like just listening through it, like I can tell that you're actually an artist. Like you actually give, you know, an effort into making a concept, a good song, a good verse. Like it's just not, I can go in and spit, but let me give you a layer to it. And it kind of gives me a vibe of Kendrick. And I don't want to just say, you know, you're trying to be Kendrick Lamar, but that's the feel that I get when I listen to your music. So do you think that's like a fair comparison when you hear things like that? Or
everybody says, like, everybody compares me to, like, they don't say I sound like them, but they say I remind him of, I like remind him of that, how I put together the music and everything. I take that as a great compliment, because Kendrick is that dude, you know what I'm saying, for our generation. So I like to really put thought into my projects and everything. I do have I do drop free, just when I'm just rapping, just bars. But when it comes to like albums and everything, I like to have the concepts and really make it meaningful and put it together. You know what I'm saying? Correctly. So yeah.
That's dope. And I'm glad Ralph said that, because everything he said is how I felt as well, especially listening to, well, The Relic, the album as a whole, but the last track, Letter to Cancer. Like, you listen, from my perspective, you poured everything you had into that song. So can you talk about, I get the inspiration behind that song and where it came from?
Yeah, man, my dad died from cancer in, what was that, 2017. He was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer November of 2016, and died the day after Valentine's Day, the following year. So it like took him out quick. And like it like took me like a long time to like make a song about it. But like once I, you know what I'm saying, was able to, I actually wrote it to this Beanie Siegel beat, there's Nowhere to Go. That's what I originally wrote it to. And then I shot it to Kassan, like just for him to check it out. Say, hey, can like you make an actual beat, you know what I'm saying, for this? Like this verse too good to put it on just a jack beat.
Right.
And he made a verse, he made a beat to it, and he did the hook. And then I think that might have been like the first record for our, you know what I'm saying, album. So like The Relic came out in 2021, but we've been working on that for about maybe 2 years. We've just been taking our time with it. So yeah.
That's what's up. That's great.
Right. We have to ask, are you cooking up anything currently?
Yep.
Yeah, man. I actually got a couple projects that I'm sitting on. I just don't feel that they're done yet. So I have a project with my guy Blue September, called Memento Mori. That means like death is inevitable. So we just been sitting on that, working on it, trying to make it, you know what I'm saying, complete. I have a self-produced project called Forever. So that's what I'm working on. Just learning how to be a better producer and stuff. So working on that. Me and Kassan are working on like a sequel to The Relic. So we're a few records in. Me and Dub are working on an Almighty Gang compilation album. So we do have like a little squad.
Okay.
Working on that. And yeah, man. So we got a couple things that we are working on. Okay. So yeah, I got hella like records in the cut.
Okay.
Nice.
That's what's up.
Now that outside is open, do you see yourself performing anytime soon, or where like?
Yeah, my God, Cal Garcia, he's throwing like a show July 23rd that I'll be a part of. I think that's like my first show that I've done in a while, like a long time. And I'm working on my own show, so probably like this fall, I'll have my own show that I'll be, putting together. So I would definitely put you guys on the VIP list to come out, you know what I'm saying, and check it out and everything.
Much appreciated.
So, definitely.
Yeah, man. But yeah, so yeah, I would definitely be back outside for sure.
I have to ask this to any artist that ever comes on here, or any creative. How do you respond to hate or fake love? Like how do you manage that? How do you seep through that? Because sometimes as creatives, we're all sensitive about our art. We're sensitive about what we do here.
Yep.
When somebody says something crazy about what we do here, we're like, but we have to focus on what passion we put into it, and we don't worry about what the naysayers may say. You know what I'm saying? So how do you kind of sift through that?
It like depends on like what they say. Like if they say they weren't feeling something or whatever, like I just ask them, like, well, what was wrong with it, or what was you not feeling? So I can get their perspective, because it's my music. So of course I'm gonna think it's, the best things, sliced bread. So I always like to take in other people's criticisms.
Yeah.
And I like got people around me, like my like circle, like they gonna let me know if some shit whack. They like, nah, that shit ain't it, bro. So but you know, I still like to let people, you know, I like to hear people's perspectives on, you know what I'm saying, why they wasn't feeling it, or
Yeah.
you know, what like could have been better, and like stuff like that. So I don't trip off of it. Now if they just being blatant disrespectful and things like that, you know, I just brush it off as hate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't be tripping off like the hate and stuff like that, because most people that do be hating, you know, that I've noticed that hate on me and things like that, they were once a fan. So you just in your feelings about something. That's all.
I'm not mad. I like that. I like that approach. I like that. We gotta learn that. We gotta learn that. No, it's funny. So as an artist, as a hip hop artist, who is your one dream person that you could collaborate with as a producer and then as an artist?
As an artist, Fabulous. Fabulous is my favorite rapper. So I would love to do a record with Fabulous.
Okay.
As a producer, probably Just Blaze. I'm still a big Just Blaze fan, or the Justice League, because they be hooking Rick Ross up with shit.
You,
that's facts. That's
now,
facts.
hey, the fact that you just said Justice League and you, hey, my boy, I need a whole project. Like, I ain't gonna hold.
We gotta try to make that happen for real. I like that.
Man, Justice League, man, they didn't gave Rick Ross some of the best beats I've ever heard, man.
It's true.
In life.
It's facts. It's facts.
And Ross don't be saying nothing on them beats. He don't be saying a lick of nothing. He just be mumbling.
Lean people wings. Man.
I was not expecting the Fabulous answer. That's dope. I'm not mad at that at all. I don't know. I wasn't expecting that. So that's
crazy thing is, like, I didn't even like Fabulous when I first heard him. So me and my homeboy, he didn't like Jay-Z. Like, I got him hooked to Jay-Z when we was younger. He got me hip to like Fab. So now Hov his favorite rapper, Fab is mine. But I think Fab is the most, as far as just being a dope rapper, like he's one of the most consistent, you know what I'm saying? Being a dope ass rapper. His like his like mainstream albums, they be cool. But like his like street albums is, you know, what made them legendary to me. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I always go back to get inspiration, like Fab. So yeah.
That's what's up, man. Do your students know that you're a rapper? Yeah, they do. I like try to keep it, you know what I'm saying, under wraps, but kids just they like do their research and find out what you do. They know I rap and do everything. That same thing happened to Issa in Insecure.
Exactly. That's crazy. But
man, they find out everything. It's hard, man, just being a teacher and trying to balance your artistry and, you know, knowing you got like a 9 to 5, dealing with kids and their parents and all that. So I can't really be too vulgar or, you know, too sexual in music and everything, because you never know who's like really watching your profile. I can't make my stuff private because I'm an artist, you know what I mean? Like people gotta, you know, hear what I
see you. They gotta find you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Balance, man, but it's cool. It helps me build, you know what I'm saying, a better rapport with the kids, because they know that I'm into what they like and stuff like that. So it's cool.
That's what's up. Before I forget, leave the listeners with all your social media, where they can find your music, where they can find your website, all that good stuff.
Oh, for sure, man. Y'all can check me out. Instagram, Bovember Dean. That's Bovember, like November. Bovember.com. That's my website. All the social media, I mean the digital streaming platforms, BoDean, BO space DEAN, and then my stuff will pop up. Man, check me out. BoDeanTV for YouTube. And man, get at me.
Oh yeah, definitely, man.
Dope, man. I'm gonna cop some of this this fro merch that you got too. I was scrubbing all through your website, man. I'm loving the merch. So
Yeah, man. We see it lined
Nah,
up
man,
in the back
y'all,
there, man.
y'all,
We love that.
y'all let me know what the sizes y'all were, and I got y'all. We got we're actually revamping like the brand and everything. So it like will be new merch and everything that's like dropping real soon. But
Okay.
just text me y'all like sizes on the IG, and I'll
Okay.
mail y'all something if I still got some stock. So yeah, y'all good.
Okay. We'll
Okay.
do that. Appreciate it, man. No, for real.
Appreciate
All right.
y'all, man. Most definitely.
I got one more question, and this is completely random. So going through, like, I like to look at album art. So on your website, all your albums are listed, and I noticed the one, the album is Fro God, and it looks like you're like a Super Saiyan in this, like a black Super Saiyan. So
Yes,
I'm assuming you're a fan of Dragon Ball Z.
I am deep, man. If I could show you, like, I have black Dragon Ball Z photos all over this mug. Yes, I am a big Dragon Ball Z fan, man.
So
Vegeta.
Vegeta? Okay, that's not my question, but I'm glad you said that. What is your favorite saga from Dragon Ball Z? Or you can go Dragon Ball Super too.
Okay, I'm gonna just say both. The Android saga, when like Trunks came, you know what I'm saying, and warned them about the androids and everything. Like the like that whole arc with them, Cell. And then shoot, the other one was with Trunks too, Goku Black. I think Goku Black is the best villain that they done had. Like that dude was ruthless.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, Goku Black, man.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. So the Cell saga is definitely my favorite saga of like all time. But the Tournament of Power, man, like I can't believe they pulled something like that off. Like all the different universes, all the different fighters from all the universes. Like I couldn't believe they pulled that off. I've watched that entire tournament maybe 3 times. Like
it was ill, bro.
It's hella episodes. Ralph don't really fool with Dragon Ball Z. So
you don't fool with Dragon Ball Z, bro?
Listen. I don't shun my people that love anime. I don't. I'm just saying. I tried to watch Dragon Ball Z one day, and Goku was charging up for like 30 minutes. I was like, "This is what niggas going crazy over." I was like, "I'm not watching this shit." Like, and I never really spent the block on it, but I understand it. I know it's big, and I don't say nothing out the way about it. I just didn't watch it.
No. I understand.
But Goku was literally doing this for 30 minutes. I'm like, "Hey, what is this? Like, whose man's is this? Like,
I love that explanation.
I say that every time. I was like go
I love
30 minutes. I'm like, I'm not watching this shit.
I love it.
I'm not watching it. Maybe that wasn't a good episode to come in on, but I was like, nah, this ain't it, my boy.
Oh man. I had to ask that because So yeah.
I'm a big fan.
That's what's up, man. Listen, BoDean, we appreciate you so much for stopping by Oversaturated, man. You are welcome anytime when your new projects drop. Let us know. You can come hop on and talk about it. You OS gang now, baby.
Yep.
OS gang now.
Yeah, because we for the streets.
OS gang. Yes,
sir. That's what I'm talking about.
Anything left for the people?
No, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. Tap into BoDean and everything that he's got going on. Hey, that's what I got.
All right, BoDean. Anything left for the people?
Yeah, man. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for having me, y'all. Follow me on, social media. Check out the music. And yeah, man, get at me.
All right, man. And with that, that's episode 145.
145.
We out.
Chill.
Peace.
You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast, hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.